Welcome to the first ever NAWASA Water Warz. I am your host, Akira Patterson. This competition is brought to you by the National Water and Sewerage Authority, that is NAWASA, and the German Agency for International Cooperation, GIZ, within the Integrated Climate Change Adaptation Strategies, ICCAS program in cooperation with the Ministry of Agriculture's Environment Division. We also recognize the other partners without whom this competition would not be possible. So we acknowledge Flow Grenada, Lime Grenada, Digicel Grenada, and VDO Moments. Today is the first round of competition. This round will have 2 games with 10 participating schools. 6 of these schools, 3 from each of today's games, will advance to the second round of the competition on June 17th. The live finale will be on June 26th, and we will see 3 schools battling to win the first ever NAWASA Water Warz. For the benefit of the participants, our audience, and viewers at home, these are the competition rules. 1. All responses should be phrased in the form of a question, that is, who is or what is. 2. Questions will be asked only once. They will not be repeated. 3. Players are only allowed to buzz in after the host has finished reading the questions. 4. 5 seconds will be the allotted time for response. 5. Each player will have 1 attempt per question. If the player who buzzed in first is incorrect or does not come up with a response, the question will be offered once to the other players, who will have 3 seconds to respond. 6. In the dispatch and combat rounds, if players fail to answer the question correctly, the host provides the answer. The last person who responded correctly will be allowed to choose the next clue. 7. For the interruption clues, players will be allowed 5 seconds to respond. Only the player who buzzed in first will be allowed to respond. This clue will not be offered. 8. Players are allowed 30 seconds to respond to the single question in the destruction round of the competition. Answers should be written on the sheet of paper provided. Ensure that the handwriting is legible. Now, without further ado, let's get into the first game, in which 5 schools will participate. Through a dipping process, the competitors for both games has already been selected. These are the competitors of round 1, game 1. So the first school, Beacon High, and representing Beacon High is Jada Duncan, Form 3. The second competitor is from Hillsborough Secondary. She is from Form 4, and her name is Betty Ann Emmons. The third competitor from St. Rose Modern Secondary from Form 3, Omari Thomas. Competitor number 4 from the St. Joseph's Convent, St. George, Form 4, Keziah Gibbs. And our fifth and final competitor in this round is from the Grenada Boys Secondary. He is in Form 3, and his name is Rashad McPhail. Here we go. Let's see the categories as the dispatch round. The categories are water in every language, what am I, guess who, name the numerals, and who's the boss. School 1, Beacon High, you may select your category and your clue.
Name the numerals, $2.
Name the numerals, $2. The clue is the maximum number of persons on NAWASA's board of directors. Okay, time has passed. The question is now offered. Okay, we move on. The answer was, what is 9?
What am I for $2?
What am I? $2. The S in NAWASA stands for this.
Sewage. What is
Right, you answer in a question form, that's okay. You answer in a question form, what is sewage? That is correct. Please select the next clue.
What am I for $4?
What am I? $4. This plant, commonly used as a spice, takes 4 to 6 years before the tree can produce fruit and is most at risk. Okay, go ahead.
What is
St.
nutmeg?
Joseph's Convent. What is?
Nutmeg.
What is nutmeg? You are correct. Please select the next clue.
Can I have water in every language for $8, please?
Water in every language for $8. Shui is the word used to say water in this language. St. Joseph's Convent, St. George.
What is Chinese?
What is Mandarin or Chinese? Correct. Please select the next clue.
Water in every language for $6, please.
Water in every language, $6. The Italian St. Joseph's Convent, St. George.
What is aqua?
What is aqua? You are correct. Please select the next clue.
Can I have water in every language for $4, please?
Water in every language, $4. The word for water in this language is similar in pronunciation. St. Joseph's Convent.
What is German?
What is German? That is incorrect. The question is offered. Yes, Hillsborough
What is
Secretary.
French?
What is?
French.
French. You are correct. Please select the next clue.
Water in every language, $2.
Water in every language, $2. Vacationing in Spain, you better use this word for water, St. Joseph's Convent.
What is agua?
What is agua? You are correct.
Can I have who's the boss for $2, please?
Who's the boss? $2. The department in NAWASA deals with the treatment of sewage, St. Joseph's Convent.
What is production and quality?
What is production and quality? Correct.
Can I have who's the boss for $4, please?
Who's the boss for $4? The government ministry that NAWASA falls under. What is?
Public utilities, ICT, physical development, works, and communications.
You are correct.
Can I have who's the boss for $6, please?
Who's the boss for $6? The general manager of the National Water and Sewerage Authority, 2004 to 2006.
Who is Mr. Michael Kraft?
Who is Mr. Michael Kraft? Correct. You may select the next clue.
Can I have who's the boss for $6, please?
Who is the boss for $6? The unit in NAWASA that handles disconnection.
Finance. What is finance?
That is incorrect. The question is offered. Let's see the correct response. What is the Revenue Collection Commercial Unit? St. Joseph's Convent, you may select the next clue.
Can I have who's the boss for $8, please?
Who is the boss for $8? These two workers' union represents NAWASA's permanent staff.
What is TAU and PWU?
That is correct. You may select the next clue.
Can I have name the numeral for $4, please?
Name the numeral, $4. NAWASA's metered customers base is divided into 2 zones. There are this many zones.
What is 2?
That is incorrect. The question is offered. Yes, Hillsborough Secondary.
What is 7?
What is 7? That is correct. You may select the next clue.
Name the numerals for $6.
Name the numerals for $6. Erosion and Grandans Beach could lead to this percentage.
What is 75%?
What is 75%? That is correct. You may select the next clue.
Can I have name the numerals for $8, please?
Name the numeral for $8. The number of gallons of water produced in the rainy season.
What is 7 million gallons?
What is 7 million gallons? That is correct. You may select the next clue.
Can I have guess who for $2, please?
Guess who for $2. Her name has been familiar with NAWASA's public relations effort for the past 12 years. St. Joseph's Convent.
Who is Miss Jamila Lewis?
Who is Miss Jamila Lewis? That is correct. You may select the next clue.
Can I have guess who for $4, please?
Guess who for $4. At present, she serves NAWASA in the capacity of legal counsel, St. Joseph's Convent.
Who is Miss Shamara Forsyth?
Who is Miss Shamara Forsyth? That is correct. You may select the next clue.
Can I have guess who for $8, please?
$8. Guess who? This is the only person who served both as board member and as general manager of NAWASA.
Who is Mr. Terrence Smith?
Who is Mr. Terrence Smith? That is correct. You may select the next clue.
Can I have what am I for $8, please?
What am I for $8? You have selected the interruption clue, meaning that you are now playing for 1 week free data, compliments Lime Grenada. The question: putting a little of this in your toilet tank can aid in the identification of leaks. St. Joseph's Convent.
What is coloring? Food coloring?
What is food coloring? That is correct. You may select the final clue. What am I for $6? This is the technical term used to describe water that is fit for drinking.
What is potable water?
What is potable water? That is correct. We have now come to the end of the first round. We will take a short break and resume with the second round of round 1 for NAWASA's Water Wars.
Climate change is rising. Right now, our lives are demising. So take my hand. Tell me if you understand. We can do this by ourselves. We can do this by ourselves. We need your help to reduce the effect. Oh.
Welcome back. I am Akira Patterson. You're watching NAWASA's Water Wars. Our schools are doing well thus far, and here are the accumulated sums for each school. Beacon High, $2. Hillsborough Secondary, $8. St. Rose Modern Secondary on $0. St. Joseph's Convent St. George on $68. And Grenada Boys Secondary on $0. We're moving right on into the combat round. So Hillsborough Secondary, you are going to command the board. So the categories are location, 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 water source, water source, World Water Day, that's a fact, and who's the boss. Hillsborough Secondary,
That's a fact, $4.
this percentage of the Earth's water is salt water. St. Joseph's Convent, St. George.
What is 97%?
What is 97%? You are correct. St. Joseph's Convent, please select the next clue.
Location, location, location for $2, please.
Location, location, location for $2. If you are in this parish, take some time to visit Mount Horn's water treatment plant, St. Joseph's Convent, St. George.
What is St. Andrews?
What is St. Andrew? That is correct. Please select the next clue.
Can I have location for $4, please?
Location, 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 $4. It's not a person, but NAWASA's Grenville sub-office is located on this street. St. Rose Modern.
What is Seaton James Street?
What is Seaton James Street? You are correct. Please select the next clue.
Water source, $4.
Water source for $4. Antoine and Grand Etang are only two examples of this body of water which attracts a number of tourists in the Spice Isle. St. Beacon High.
What is a lake?
What are lakes, or what is a lake? That is correct. Please select the next clue.
That's a fact for $6.
That's a fact for $6. Carriacou and Petit Martinique rely on this as a water storage method. Hillsborough Secondary.
What are catchment cisterns?
What are?
Cisterns.
That is incorrect. The question is offered, St. Joseph's Convent.
What are boreholes?
That is incorrect. The correct answer is what is rainwater harvesting. Hillsborough Secondary, please select the next clue.
That's a fact for $2.
That's a fact for $2. NAWASA's primary color is GBSS.
Is blue. What is blue?
That is correct. What is blue? Please select the next clue.
Water source for $2.
Water source for $2. A location where groundwater emerges to the Earth's surface, taking the form of a small stream, pool, or lake. Beacon High.
What is a spring?
What is a spring? That is correct. Please select the next clue.
That's a fact for $8.
That's a fact for $8. Consisting of an even number of vowel and a consonant, this is a mixture of two gases, namely hydrogen and oxygen. Beacon High.
What is water?
That is incorrect. St. Joseph's Convent, St. George.
What is H2O?
What is H2O? That is correct. Please select the next clue.
Can I have that's a disaster for $2, please?
That's a disaster for $2. This common household item can be used as a means of water purification. St. Joseph's Convent, St. George.
What is chlorine bleach?
What is bleach? That is correct. Please select the next clue.
Can I have that's a disaster for $8, please?
That's a disaster for $8. This best qualifies the type of containers that should be used for storage. St. Joseph's Convent, St. George.
What are tightly covered containers?
That is incorrect. The question is offered. Yes, Hillsborough Secondary.
Bottles.
That is incorrect. The correct answer is what is food grade, or what are food grade containers. St. Joseph's Convent, the next clue.
Can I have that's a disaster for $6, please?
That's a disaster for $6. This is issued by the Disaster Management Agency when hurricane conditions are expected within 36 hours. And that is the interruption clue as well. So you are playing for 1 week free data. Compliments, Digicel Grenada. The correct answer is, what is a hurricane warning? St. Joseph's Convent, you may select the next clue.
Can I have World Water Day for $2, please?
World Water Day for $2. This is the designated date for the international observance of World Water Day. St. Joseph's Convent, St. George.
What is March 22nd?
That is correct. Please select the next
Can I
clue.
have World Water Day for $8, please?
World Water Day for $8. This sector is the largest user of water, accounting for 70% of total withdrawal. St. Rose Modern.
Non-domestic consumers.
That is incorrect. The question is offered. Beacon High.
What are domestic users?
No, that is incorrect. The correct answer is what is agriculture? St. Joseph's Convent, St. George, you may select the next clue.
Can I have location for $8, please?
Location for $8. You have selected the interruption clue. So again, only the person that selected this can answer. The question would not be offered. You are playing for $25 free credit, compliments Digicel Grenada. The question is, land-based pollution is thought to have led significant increases in macroalgae cover on the coral reef of this marine protected area. The correct answer is what is Molyneux or Boucher-Jus? St. Joseph's Convent, you may select the next clue.
Can I have location for $6, please?
Location for $6. This harbor in the town of St. George is not just a picturesque view, but being less than 2 meters above sea level is prone to flooding. Beacon High.
What is the carnage?
That is correct. You may select the next clue.
What is sauce for $6?
Water source for $6. This runs all day but never walks, often murmurs but never talks, has a bed but never sleeps, has a mouth but never eats. Grenada Boys Secondary.
What is a river?
What is a river? That is correct. Please select the next clue.
Water source for $8.
Water source for $8. The water in Grandetang Lake is not groundwater, nor is it hot or cold, but it certainly is this. Beacon High.
What is surface water?
What is surface water? That is correct. Please select the next clue.
That's a disaster for $4.
That's a disaster for $4. The proper vessel for storing water can be summed up using these 3 C words. St. Joseph's Convent, St. George.
What are clean covered containers?
That is correct. What are clean covered containers? You may select the next clue.
Can I have World Water Day for $6, please?
World Water Day for $6. Clean hands saves lives. This phrase is generally used in relation to this. St. Joseph's Convent, St. George.
The purification of water. What is the purification of water?
That is incorrect. The question is offered. Hillsborough Secondary.
What is health?
That is correct. Please select the next clue. So that is World Water Day for $4. The question, the organization responsible for the introduction of World Water Day. Grenada Boys Secondary.
What is the United Nations?
That is correct. What is the United Nations? We have come to the end of the second round. That is the combat round. We'll take a short break and we shall return for the final round. The final round of competition, we call it the destruction round, and this round consists of only one clue, to which competitors will write their response on a sheet of paper provided, and every competitor will have the opportunity to respond to the clue. If you get it correctly, you are awarded $200. Before we get into that, we'll remind you of the points standing, but again, you are watching NAWASA Water Warz. The category will be Grenadat.
Climate change is rising. Right now, our lives are demising. So take my hand. Tell me if you understand. We can do this by ourselves. We can do this by ourselves. We need your help to reduce the effect. Oh.
Welcome back. I am Akira Patterson, reminding you that you're watching Water Warz, the National Water and Sewerage Authority, NAWASA, and the German Agency for the International Cooperation, GIZ, within the Integrated Climate Change Adaptation Strategies, ICCAS program, in cooperation with the Ministry of Agriculture's Environment Division. And through the kind compliments also of our sponsors, Flow Grenada, Lime Grenada, Digicel Grenada, and Video Moments. Don't forget that the second round of competition will be on June 17th. 6 schools will compete then. The grand finale, we will see 6 schools battle to win the first ever NAWASA Water Warz. See it live on Community Channel 6 at 2 p.m. on June 26th. Remember, 3 competing schools. Before the break, we revealed the category for the destruction round, and note well, all contestants, that this question, if answered correctly, you will be awarded a value of $200. Now let's see the final clue again. The category is Grenadat. The category is climate change as well. The clue is, this is one of the organizations responsible for the implementation of the Integrated Climate Change Adaptation Pilot Program in Grenada, also a major sponsor of 2015 World Water Activities. You have 30 seconds starting from now. Time is up. Please put down all markers. Now it's time to reveal your answers. We'll start with Beacon High School.
What is NAWASA?
Hillsborough Secondary.
What is GIZ?
St. Rose Modern Secondary.
What is NAWASA?
St. Joseph's Convent, St. George.
What is GIZ?
Grenada Boys Secondary.
What is GIZ?
The correct answer is, what is the German Agency for International Cooperation, GIZ? That means Hillsborough Secondary, St. Joseph's Convent, and the Grenada Boys Secondary would be allotted or awarded 200 points. Let's give the final point standing and say the schools which will be advancing to the second round of the competition. The final total in dollars after the preliminaries for game 1 of round 1. St. Joseph's Convent, $290. Hillsborough Secondary, $214, and the Grenada Boys Secondary, $212. These 3 schools will be advancing to the semifinals on the 17th of June. So ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the end of the first round of this part of the competition. Congratulations to all of the contestants. You are all winners in your own regard, so consider yourself a winner here. Until next time, I am Akira Patterson. Once again, thank you for viewing.
NAWASA Water Warz came to you compliments the National Water and Sewerage Authority, NAWASA, and the German Agency for International Cooperation, GIZ, within the Integrated Climate Change Adaptation Strategies program in cooperation with the Ministry of Agriculture's Environment Division. We also recognize the other partners without whom this competition will not be possible. Flow Grenada, Lime Grenada, Digicel Grenada, Court Screenator Limited and Video Moments.